The threat of Brexit to the future of Scotland is on the horizon, according to one SNP MP, with 10 days to go until Britain leaves the European Union. Philippa Whitford made the warning as Boris Johnson's Brexit deal suffered a defeat in the House of Lords over the rights of EU citizens lawfully residing in the UK after January 31. Peers backed a cross-party amendment allowing physical proof of their status, meaning the bill will go back to the Commons. Despite that, Dr. Whitford criticised the damaging consequences of the Brexit deal, which will threaten the livelihoods of EU nationals who contribute massively to our society. The Shadow Secretary of State for exiting the EU also lamented the light show proposed for Downing Street counting down to 11 p.m. a week on Friday. She said, "With just 10 days to go till Brexit Day, the threat to Scotland's economy, society and future is on the horizon. January 31 will be no cause for celebration for the people of Scotland who voted overwhelmingly to remain in the EU, and while Downing Street marks the day with a light show, the reality is that the UK will be switching off the lights as it departs from the international stage and isolates itself." Scotland faces being dragged out of the EU off the back of a reckless Tory Brexit deal that will end freedom of movement, with damaging consequences for our key sectors, including tourism, agriculture, health and social care, and which will threaten the livelihoods of EU nationals who contribute massively to our society. The Brexit agreement, and pledges made by government ministers to diverge from high EU standards, put at risk our financial services, rural economy, workers' rights and the environmental standards needed to tackle climate change. It comes after First Minister Nicola Sturgeon addressed the CBI Scotland International Trade Conference in Edinburgh on Monday. She detailed how support for businesses is being stepped up ahead of January 31, and set out plans to expand the global Scot network from 600 to 2,000, meaning more people making contacts and identifying opportunities for firms in the global market. Ms. Sturgeon also confirmed an expansion of the FM Export Challenge, which allows businesses to get advice from existing exporters. A trade specialist from Scottish Development International will be allocated to each one of 1,200 firms identified as being key in achieving the export target. Dr. Whitford added, "In all its forms Brexit will be deeply damaging, leaving us worse off and signalling a decline in the UK's standing on the international stage." With the UK government refusing to extend the transition period beyond December, there is also the growing danger of a devastating no-deal Brexit. The people of Scotland must have the choice of a better future as an independent country, and for more on this story, visit the news article link.